What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with another collections video. We just had the 30th anniversary of the Pokemon. I have yet to watch the presentation. I know there's another generation that I was spoiled on, but I want to go over everything I have. And you know, we're on the 30th anniversary, so this is a big one. So I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff. I'm gonna categorize it into like what is it? Games, maybe strategy guides, um memorabilia, movies. I have it all. I have it all. I grew up with it, so I have it all. So let's start with my first game, which was Pokemon Blue. This is my original copy. Not in the greatest shape, but it's not in a bad way either. I don't know if you can see it now. My copy of Pokemon Blue. I've told you guys stories about this, and I'll tell you guys really briefly again. When I was younger, tried to do the mysterious number trick on this, and you could only do that when you're like on the islands right before you hit the Pokemon League, so right after you get the 8th gym badge. And because I tried to do that mysterious number trick, it wiped off my save, so I had to start this game again. Never doing that again. I also picked up a copy of Pokemon Red. This one is used, that's why I don't like it. Like, I have a case for this one, and I had the guides and like strategy guides and all that stuff somewhere in my house, but I don't have the original box because at that point I was throwing away boxes. But I have Pokemon Red. I don't know that I put too much time in that one because I think I bought it after I bought Yellow. I did play Yellow. I liked Yellow because it followed the anime more, where you're like, oh, Team Rocket, and you're fighting with Pikachu by your side. So you don't really get to pick your starter Pokemon on these games. So like, these were the original 3 you had way back when. And so I have them all. Gotta catch them all, right? I have them all. And I was super excited to play them. They did have the Pokemon, what is it? I think this is the trading card game. The trading card game was alright, and I have trading cards too. I'll show you those at the end. But I don't know that I didn't get into it, the Pokemon trading card game or the card game itself, so I didn't put too much time into that. What's the next generation we have here? The Game Boy Color. And with the Game Boy Color, I think the only color games I have for the Game Boy Color are Pokemon games. So let's start off with my original game, which was Pokemon Silver. Silver was my original game. Ooh, I love this one. I love the fact that you could go back to Johto. I mean, yeah, to Johto as well. Is it Johto? Was Johto the first one? I don't know which one. Whichever was the first one. Whichever one you could go after you beat the Pokemon League, you and become the champion in this one. You could go back and go to the ones from the red, blue, and green. I mean, green was Japan. We didn't get green here. The red and blue. And you could do that. I have as well. I have Pokemon Gold. I don't think I put too much time in this one. I was collecting both for a while. You'll see that I stopped for a little bit and then started back up. I was collecting both for a little while, and I don't think I put much time in Gold. Definitely loved Silver though. Silver was my favorite one to play. I was so happy to beat it. This is the one I didn't spend any time with. I didn't play it at all. My sister-in-law at the time, she started a save file on my game, and I don't remember ever playing it at all. Maybe I restarted her game when she left the house, but she opened my game and all that stuff. So okay, the next Pokemon game I have is Pokemon Sapphire. love this game. I am a water trainer, so like doing the water version of the Pokemon game, super fun. I didn't remember it way back when, because again, I played these when I was really young. I bought them when they were coming out, so I'm not gonna get to how old I am, but I bought them when they were coming out. I did have the Pokemon pinball game. You have to put a battery in here. I take the battery out because, you know, you don't want to leave a battery in there to corrode. But you could put a battery in here and it would rumble for you as well. So that was fun. I don't know if this one probably goes with the Game Boy Color now that I think about it. But I have it. I also have Pokemon Fire Red. And with this one, I do have the now it's in bad condition. Remember, I was a child, but I have the case and I have the game. Yeah, I do don't remember playing this one. I couldn't tell you that I played it. I couldn't tell you that I beat it. I don't remember playing this one at all. And guys, if you ever want to see like what I would rank the Pokemon games, up top, up there, I'll put my ranking video for the mainline Pokemon game. I'll eventually do one for the side questy games, but I don't have as many side quest ones beat as I do the mainline, so I will, that is the like grain of salt I'll put on that. All right, the next game I have for the next system was for the 64. I have Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. Now, the story with this one, when it came out, I was in high school when this came out, and I remember there was a Toys R Us near me. I went to school, a high school around like 42nd Street, Times Square, and I remember not cutting school, going to school late to try to get a copy of this, and they weren't even put out yet, and they were like, hey, you want to come back later on in the afternoon and we'll have them out. And so I was afraid they were gonna sell out, so afraid they were gonna sell out that I wanted to go ahead, but obviously it didn't happen. So I do have both. These are both the original copies I picked up at, I know this one was at Toys R Us in Times Square. I don't remember where this one was from, probably another Toys R Us. And then I also have the original Pokemon Snap. The one I'm missing is Hey You Pikachu. I never got that one, which is sadness, but I never got Hey You Pikachu. I wonder if they'll bring it now with the Switch 2 having the microphone. We'll see if they bring it over now, because they could bring it over now. Now, those were all my 64 games. Let's go into the DS. Now, the DS, this one is Pokemon Soul Silver, and this one was my son's first game, and I bought this one online, so I'm not sure if it's a legitimate copy, because the paper feels funny, right? But it did come with a Pokewalker, so it could be legitimate. I don't know. I do have an actual legitimate copy of Heart Gold, because this one I found in stores, so I've never opened it. It's never been opened, so it's completely sealed. So I don't even know if the Pokewalker works on the other one. This one works. I definitely used to use it, but like to help my son out, because he played the Soul Silver, but I wouldn't let him take it out. So there's that. The other DS games I have for you are Pokemon. Wait, hold on. That's not next. Pokemon Diamonds. Now I have Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, but I think the only one I bought that had a case, because I bought the other ones used, was the Pokemon Diamond. And this one I played. Give me 1 second while I find the other ones for you guys. Okay, so I keep them in this book. I don't know if you can see the other Pokemon games I have. So I have Pearl right here. I keep Soul Silver here. I probably could put Soul Silver in the case. There's Diamond. Pearl. Where's Platinum? Oh, and Platinum. So Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So I do have all of the DS games there. I also have Black and White. Now, I've told this story before, but I will tell it again. These are where I stopped. I started having babies. I couldn't play video games, so I didn't play these when they came out. I found them later on in Toys R Us for like 25 bucks. I think normal price of these games were like 40 for a long time. DS games were like at the 40 mark, and I found these at Toys R Us, and I think they might have been buy one get one free, half off or something, and that's why I got them both for 25. I also found these at the same time, the Black and White 2. My copies are sealed for most of these games except for Pokemon Black. So all of these are sealed DS games, which is so rare to have in my copy. I did play the Black and White 2, one of them, on my ex's copy. So he has my save file. So I'd have to start from scratch if I wanted to play those games. I do have some more. I don't keep them in the cases. Obviously, you saw some of them are in the book already. So I have Pokemon Mysterious Dungeon, Explorers of Darkness. This was my kid's copy, which is why the thing looks so ratty. There's also Pokemon Mysterious Dungeon, Mystery of Time. And then the last one I have is Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. I think these are all the other Pokemon games. Oh, and I have one more here. No, I already showed this one. This was Pokemon Black. I thought I had the other Ranger game. Could be mistaken. I do have, what is it? Pokemon Conquest? I believe. Let's go back into this envelope here and see which Pokemon games did I have. So yeah, I have Pokemon Rumble Blast, Pokemon Rumble something or other, Pokemon Ranger. I think those are all the other. Oh, and then Hey You Pikachu. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring these closer so you guys can see. Let me open the book so you guys can see the Pokemon games I have, if you can see them. But yeah, those are all my Pokemon games. Let me see. It might just be the Rangers game that's supposed to be in there is here. So those are all my DS games. Okay, I'm back with some more games. I just had to put the stack away so I can do this organized. Alright, the next game I played, and this is where my return to Pokemon was, on the X and Y. So I'm super happy with the Legend Z that came out, but before we'll get into that later. So I definitely got back into Pokemon with this one, and then my children also have a copy each of X and Y. So I have, this was the game one, this is the one I played, but I also have my own copy of Y because, you know, they could trade with each other and I could trade, you know, by myself with one of their DS's. But I definitely played this one. I completed my first Pokedex ever in this one because I used this one to trade over. And then I had a shiny Pokedex in this one going, but I did not complete that. This one, oh my god, it had the best way to make friends online. You had voice chat while you were if they were on your friends list, and you could chat with people while you were trading Pokemon. Super fun, super fun. The next game that came out was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and that this time I played Omega Ruby because last time I had played Sapphire. So it definitely was a different experience. Like I said, I didn't remember Sapphire too much, but then I did go back and play Sapphire. This is the games where I did play both of them to completion because I was not happy with the story. Well, not that I wasn't happy with the storyline. It's just I wanted to experience the storyline in Alpha Sapphire too. The next group of games is Pokemon Sun, turn this upside down. And Moon. I did play. Moon was the copy I played. And it was okay. The beast Pokemon were fine. It was fine. It was just an okay game, right? But I was super unhappy because usually you get 3 versions, right? You get the first 2 versions and then an enhanced version. They did what I thought was the stupidest thing they could do, which was put the enhanced version in here. And instead of 1 copy, it's 2 games. So I have, this one comes with the steelbook as well, I believe. Is there a steelbook in here? There's something in here. Oh, I had some Pokemon cards. I don't know where my steelbook. One of these games had a steelbook, and I have it somewhere. Where is that somewhere? I don't know. But yeah, I was super upset that it was the same story again with DLC, where usually it's released once, and I'm okay with that. Obviously, I have 3 versions of I have Yellow and I have Crystal. And I have the games that come in 3 versions. This is the first time they did 2 versions of the upgrade, and I was none too happy about that. The next game I have, and I think you guys saw it already, is Pokemon Rumble World. I played a lot of the free copy. I haven't played any of this one. I don't know if you can transfer your free copy into this one. I never tried. This one I got used. I did get oh, so I haven't been telling you which ones I beat, or have I? Maybe. I don't know. The next one I have is Detective Pikachu. It came with, but you could buy the Detective Pikachu. I don't know. You can see him back there. I don't know. Also, if I didn't show you guys, this is like the X ring. I had one and I sent it back, and then boyfriend gave me his that he kept. And then I was like, yeah, I kind of regret taking that one back because I had like an American version, but it was a kid's toy, so it didn't fit around my wrist. So yeah, I played and beat Detective Pikachu. I still need to beat part 2, but I played and beat that one. And then I haven't played this one. I wanted to play all the Mysterious Dungeon games together, and since I haven't played any of them, I didn't play this one. The other Mysterious Dungeon games, I don't know if I told you, they were my kids' copies, so I didn't play those. I did find, guys, I forgot to show you guys, I did find my copy of my booklet for the Pokemon Stadium game. Now let's get into my GameCube games. Now this one's, again, I'm going to show it to you without the booklet. The games are inside in a blue book, so I'm just going to show you the cover, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I have a few games here. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is Pokemon Coliseum. It's just like Stadium. It came with, if you bought a certain copy, you could get the Coliseum that came with the free Jirachi, which I have. They were on a double disc that were like kind of flunked together. So I do have the Coliseum, and I do have the disc with the Jirachi. I don't remember which games that these were compatible with, but whatever games it was compatible with, I have it. I am missing like the Pokemon box game for, I think it was GameCube. I have Pokemon XD. Now this one's coming out on the NSO, so I never beat this one. I did get like maybe like 5 hours in the storyline, and then I put it down. So maybe I'll go back and beat it on the NSO when it comes out. The next game I have for you guys is Pokemon Battle Revolution. I think I started just getting these games, like the spin-off games, and not really playing them. I have Pokepark somewhere. It's my daughter's copy, but this one is mine. It's Pokepark 2. I've never played Pokepark 1 or Pokepark 2. Like I said, the spin-off games I'm not so much with, but the main like titles I am. This one is another spin-off title, and this is Pokken Tournament. Pokken, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this. I have this. I had the free Mew card in here somewhere. Oh no, I took it out. I put it with my my other Amiibo cards, with my Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, so I'll show that to you in a little bit. I did play it a little bit, but I didn't get too far. Let me see if I can pull that that game that I was just talking about out. I mean the cards. I keep all my amiibos in this thing. So let's see. Let's pass the Animal Crossing cards because they're not gonna be there. I have a Pokemon card here. Let's see. Where's my Amiibo card? Some more Amiibo cards. These came with the movie. And where is... Did I move it out of here? Might have put it with my Switch copy. The Amiibo. Don't see it. But I did have the Mew Amiibo at one point. Yeah, I don't see the Mew. I might have moved it to my to my other one. Speaking of cards, I do have this one giant card that I've never opened. I don't know what's inside. If you ever got one of these and know what's inside, they were given free at GameStop. Let me go get more games out for you. Okay, I got my Switch games now. I do have some digital games on my 3DS that I will show you later, but right now let's still keep my physical collection. So I do have Pokemon Eevee. You can see the Pokeball up there for this copy because that's the one I opened. It had like a Mew that was inside of it. That was the only way to get the Mew in the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I did get the Let's Go Pikachu and my son was playing it alongside me, but we both got very bored of this game. I did beat Pikachu, I mean the Eevee one. I do have to go back and beat the Pikachu. So this one's beat, this one's not. I have Pokemon Sword and Shield. I didn't get the one with the DLC. I was hoping that like VGP would reprint it with the DLC included. They had been reprinting the other one, but they never reprinted this one, and I never got the one with the DLC, which sucks for me. But I have the original, and I have digitally the DLC for one, I think for Sword. I didn't get it for Shield. And Sword is another one where I beat the Pokedex, and I did beat both games in this collection. So there's that. The next game, this one's not even opened, is Pokemon Snap. I haven't played this one at all. It's one that I want to play, but again, I said the mainline ones are the ones I hit first. I usually don't hit the sideline ones. Here's another one that I never beat. This one I think is based off the Game Boy Advance game, which I don't have. So that's good that I at least have this copy. This is another one I try to play. I try to play with Monaco, and I am no good at fighting games, and I discovered he is really good, and I shouldn't play with him because it was making me sadness and upset and frustrated. So here's another Pokemon game. I have this one. I didn't open. I did buy this one on a big sale because these weren't doing too well, but I did play Pokemon Pearl. This one is reviewed on the channel and beat. I did not like the chibi style on this one. It looked exactly like the old games, and I was like, well, I had the old games. What was the point of buying these other than to play it on a new system? So I did not review it well. You can see the review if you want. Another game I beat, and that was Pokemon Legends Arceus. Love this game. Also reviewed on the channel if you want to hear more about it. But it's also a beat game, and I love that we go back to the feudal, I think Japan, or I believe it's feudal Japan, and we get to experience them building the world for I think it was these two that go together, like, because you can get tips from books that were in this game to beat this game. Then I have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, I did sell my original copies of Scarlet and Violet, so I kept the double pack box, but this one I bought that had the ones with the DLC. So I do now own the ones with the DLC. Like I said, I sold the other ones. So I probably should have sold them with the box, but I wanted to keep the box. I know this is not the right collection, but it is a collection, and this one has the DLC on the cart, so no need for download. And I beat both these games. I streamed Violet completely and made Scarlet my mainline game. The next game is one I already told you that I haven't played and beat, and that was Pokemon Pikachu. What is it? Detective Pikachu Returns. I haven't played it. I wonder if the Detective Pikachu in the back has any functionality with this one. I have no idea, no idea. And then the last one physically that I have is Pokemon Legends ZA. And this one's a played and beat and reviewed on the channel for you guys already. So these are all my games. Okay, I found a few more things before we get into the next thing. I did tell you I had a steel book for Sun and Moon, and I do have in here, just this is for future me if you're looking for it. I have the action replay in here, and if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say what it's for, but if you know, you know. So the action replay is in here. So this is my steelbook case for, and I keep it in like these sandwich bags so that it doesn't scratch up the game. I also have these, like, what is it called, like notepad, I guess they would be like postcards if you ever wrote one. I got 2 sets of them. Maybe I'll put them in here. Now they don't fit. I forgot, at the Pokemon store I got this as well. And it came with some goodies inside. Let me show you what it came with. So, well, that's the receipt. We don't need the receipt. It came with a pen. Can you see the pen? Hold on. It has all the starter Pokemon on it. Came with some pins. And it came with a notepad. The notepad doesn't have anything special inside except for, like, I don't know. You can't even see it. It's like a design. I'll throw it back here. Like this design all over the notepad, but that's it. That's all the stuff that I got for the release of Scarlet and Violet. I was gifted the RC for when the Legends RCS came out. They have a Switch bag, so I have that. Now I do have 2 Switches that are Pokemon related. So I have this one that's never been opened. I don't know if you can see, it says Pokemon on the bottom. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Where I'm keeping it is scratching this up a little bit, so the box is not in pristine condition anymore. But I still have the game, the console. This one's never been opened. I think this one has been. I believe I did an unboxing for you guys, but I've really never played it. And so I'll link the unboxing up top if you want to see the unboxing and what it comes with. But I do have the OLED Pokemon Switch. And then, now this is not a Pokemon system itself, but I do have like the Pokemon DX stickers all over my GameCube. So it's not a system because they didn't sell a system with these stickers on it. But when you bought and there is somebody who has the Pokemon DX thing there. I never got that, which sadness of it all. So I have Pokemon Yellow, I have Pokemon Shuffle, I have Pokemon Alpha and Ruby Sapphire demo version. My Pokemon Bank doesn't work. I have Pokemon Teleporter. I got Pokemon Picross, Pokemon Rumble World. I think this is the free version. Pokemon Sun and Moon, the demo. Pokemon Red version. Pokemon Silver version. Pokemon Gold version. Detective Pikachu demo version. And Pokemon Dream Reader. I do have, I believe, some themes as well that are Pokemon. Let's see. Yeah, I have the Pokemon Gold version theme. Pokemon Silver and Gold. Let's see. That's how that looks. I got, oh, look at how adorable that one is. I think those are all the Pokemon related themes I have. Yeah. I also own digitally Poketopia. It was purchased for me. I have yet to play it yet. I hear really good things about it. People are saying good things about it, but I have yet to play it. Okay, so let's get into strategy guides now. And I don't think any of my strategy guides are in order. They might be in some semblance of an order. I keep them in like these like IKEA metal things, so when you see me putting them away, that's how I'm going to be putting them away, because that's how where I keep them, on the bottom of this thing. Alright, so the first Pokemon is the official player's guide. I think this one was my sister's. I'm not sure if it was mine, but it has, you know, a bunch of pictures. I think this is for the first game. Maybe I should lie it down here so I can put them back in line. These are heavy, by the way, guys. These are heavy. I'm gonna cover this because I think it has my address on it, but I got a Nintendo Power magazine with Pokemon Coliseum in it. I didn't think I had any Nintendo Power magazines, but I guess I keep it with my Pokemon books. So I think this one was mine. My sister gave me hers, so I think she gets rid of stuff that she doesn't want occasionally, and it ends up, you know, I don't want to trash it. This is a Nintendo Game Pro magazine. I haven't heard of this company in years. I was obsessed with Pokemon Stadium when it came out initially, so I got a magazine that had that on the cover. These are the guides that I used to have. Look at how cheap the guide was, $7.99. Whew. And it comes with a poster. This poster I probably still have inside, never pulled it out. Yeah, so the original guide that I had, obviously I said I have two. This one I believe is mine, the ratty copy on this one, because this one I was knee deep in. Here is a copy of Sun and Moon. I don't actually remember using this, but it's nice to have it, right? So that's the strategy guide for Sun and Moon. Again, like I said, none of these are in order, so another strategy guide. This is the perfect guide for, which version is this? Gold and Silver. Again, look at the price tag, guys. $7.99 for a strategy guide. Oh, so nice. Got the Pokemon Yellow book. I really should put these in some kind of order, but gotta catch them all. The yellow. I have the original Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby version guide. That's the back. And if it came with a poster, the poster is still inside. Fire Red and Leaf Green. Oh, who could be using this now, right? To play the games. So that's the first one of these. Oh, these get heavy. Copy of Ruby and Sapphire. I love that the magazine is shiny. An official one for Crystal. I really need to go through these and put them in order. But as long as I have them. The Pokedex. This is just a book about the Pokedex. I don't think I don't believe it has any walkthroughs on black and white version. And that's the back. Diamond and Pearl. And that's the back. This is the Pokedex for Diamond and Pearl. Look at how thick and chunky that book was. I have no idea why this is in here, but there's a paper in there and I'm not going to take it out. We're just going to leave it right there. The Pokedex for black and white too. Look at how beefy these these strategy guides were. Okay. I have the strategy guide for X and Y. I feel like they were giving these ones out for free because I don't remember buying that. Again, like I said, my sister was giving me her copy, so this must have been her extra Diamond and Pearl Pokedex copy. Or it might have been mine. To be fair, I don't keep my books really good. Or was this the free one I got? This might have been the free one I got. Or maybe I got them both for free. Sword and Shield. Never even opened. So if I ever want to go back to Sword and Shield. Oh, I got 2 of them. 2 copies of Sword and Shield. Never opened. And those are all my strategy guides. Oof, I got a lot of stuff. Alright, we can do posters next. I'll have pictures of the posters, but I keep this book where I keep all my posters in. I'll talk about the posters while I'm showing you a picture of them on the screen. So let me see. The first poster I have for you is the poster that came with the new Pokemon Snap. Every time I go to the Nintendo store, they usually give you a poster. Let's see, the next poster I have that's Pokemon related. This one's Pokemon Mysterious Dungeon Rescue Team DX. This one my sister gave me hers and I got my own. Or she might have given them both to me. I don't remember how I got both of these copies. The next one I have for you is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Brilliant Diamond and Shine and Pearl. The poster is cute. I love the art style, but I wish... Like, I like the chibi art style, but I feel like it wasn't done well enough in the game for my taste. Because I do like the chibi art. Here we go. The next one I have is Detective Pikachu. The next one I have here is the Let's Go Pokemon Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu. It's a reversible poster, so I have both of them. The map in the back and the Charmander in the front. The next Pokemon poster I have is for Scarlet and Violet, and I think that's the last poster I have. No, I have 2 wall scrolls that I got from going to the Nintendo store when they came out. This one I don't have a picture of, so I'll just show it to you. This is the front and this is the back. So I think my sister picked up one, or I might have picked up both and paid separately for them because I did pick up a couple of things. So those are all like the posters and stuff. Like I said, I keep a big giant book where I keep the posters. I will say these posters are destroyed, okay? I know they're destroyed, but I have them. I have this poster, and I think this was for the 20th anniversary, so 10 years ago, and this is the condition it is in. I know it's a bad condition, I know it's bad. And then the other one, which is not as bad, but it is folded, is for, let me see, you guys will see what game it is before I do. for, is this Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Yeah. And then this is the back. Let me know if there's a way to fix this. I'm thinking Steam, but I have no idea if there's a way to fix this so that I could put it in my, I don't know if it fits in that book that I have. If it does, I'll put it in that book and maybe it'll straighten it out. But right now, it was folded. It was supposed to be gold, and I think for some reason somebody folded it instead. And I'm like, that's never gonna go back to the shape it's supposed to be in. So those are all the posters. I might have a few under my bed that were like the GameStop posters that I have. I do have 2 more things. This is not a poster per se, but I'll probably store it like I store the posters, which is the Nintendo New York. Yeah, Nintendo New York bag when they released the Pokemon Legends Z to A. Now let's get into the movies and then we'll get into all the random stuff. I have lots of random stuff. So the movies I've had for a while. The first one I have is the first movie. I watched this one in theaters with my family. It was good. I like the music. I'll go look for the soundtrack. I do have the soundtrack for this movie as well. I think I have 2 soundtracks for Pokemon, now that I'm thinking about it. I have Mewtwo Returns. I have Pokemon 2000. I have all of these movies I've watched. Pokemon, the 3rd movie. I have Pokemon Temple. See, this one took me a while to watch, to get to, but I eventually watched it. I have Pokemon Forever. This is when he time travels back and meets somebody special. And then I have the Detective Pikachu movie on Blu-ray. So those are all my movies. I'll pull out the CDs. Then I went and found my movies like I told you I would. And I got, don't judge me guys, this is when I did, this is how I kept my CDs in the past. So I got the Pokemon first movie. I think this is the 2nd movie. The 3rd movie. Oh, I probably should show you what the backs of those movie things look like, right? So this is what the CD looks like. Whoop. Flip it upside down. There you go. This is the back of this CD. This one, I really should just fix them now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, the back of that one. Before I showed you the next one, I might as well fix it. Alright, totally Pokemon. I think this one's based off if it's not based off the movie, it's based off the anime. And that's what that CD soundtrack looks like. And then the last one is the way, my favorite way that the CD soundtrack looks. But that's the To Be a Master. And that's the soundtrack. I like that this one looks more like a Pokeball than all the rest of them. And it has all the songs that are in there. I kept every piece of this of the CD, like the insert and the outer layer, but it's just all cut up. I won't do this mistake ever again. I don't think I'll ever cut up my stuff, but I do have them all. These are all my CD soundtracks. And I do have a set of Pokemon playing cards here. I don't want to open them, but they're there. I don't know if you can see them. I think on this side you can see it says Joker on it. Let's see. Yeah, it says Joker right here on this bottom part. You're not gonna be able to read it because my light is too bright. My light is too bright. Now, here's the other thing I told you guys about. And I keep it in here so they're nice and safe. I keep it in there with this as well. These are my original trading card pack. So I have the starter pack. I don't even know if they sell these. The Pokemon trading card starter pack. Then I have the power pack. I will say I played with the starter pack, but I don't know that I played with anything besides the starter pack, and I think this is the other one I played with, which is the water blast trading card game. And then I have this one that I don't believe was ever opened. Doesn't look like it. The Pokemon lockdown theme deck. So I have four trading card decks, a starter deck. Oh, this one's coming out the side. Maybe I did play with it. Let me put this back in so that we don't lose that card. I don't know how you came out, but we're gonna stick you back in because we don't want to lose you. So and I keep them in here in the Ziploc bag because I also afraid of getting them damaged. I don't know if these are worth anything. I've never looked. I know people collect the rare Pokemon's cards, trading cards, but I don't know that any of the starter ones are worth anything. You let me know in the bottom. I'm not selling them. I'm just very curious if they would be worth something. So those are all the items. I have toys, CDs, and then all the stuff I personally made for Pokemon to show you. I'll be back with that. Oh wait, before I go, because I'm putting things away there's just too much stuff in my room that's Pokemon related, so I'm putting things away as I go. If you're wondering why the background keeps changing, it's because I'm putting things away as I go so that I'm not leaving this room a mess, because pulling everything out and all the corners that I keep all my Pokemon stuff is ridiculous. I did try the Pokemon cereal. I kept the box. It doesn't have an Amiibo or anything. I don't know why I kept the box, but I got the box. I have a little cube dedicated to Pokemon, and that's usually where I keep like stuff like this. The cube, obviously everything was pulled out the cube to show you guys, so you won't see what it looks like. I should take if I take a picture of the cube when I'm done with it, I'll put it right here. Editing me, we'll put it right here. If not, you don't see it. That's because I didn't fix it up afterwards. All right, the next thing we are gonna get into is the official clothing merch. We've seen the hat, right? This is my hat. Could use a little better cleaning, but it's, you know, I've had it for several years. I have the jersey, the Pikachu jersey that I was wearing earlier. I have, now I don't know if this is official. I know I bought it online. My son wore it out, but I have a Gengar sweater. Like I said, I don't know if this is official or not, or if somebody just made it, but it's cute. The eyes were brighter and the white was brighter as well, but my son, when he was in school, used this almost every day. I have, let's see, these are the Splatfest tees. Let me do the Splatfest tees all together. But my sister gave me, when Violet was coming out, she gave me this shirt. It's only a front. I don't think there's anything on the back. Still has the tag. I have worn it for videos, but I've never worn it out. I probably should start wearing it out. I do like this shirt. These shirts I've never worn outside. These are the Splatfest tees. Again, you got the Quagsire in the back, and then you got the Splatfest logos on the front. You got Splatoon on this side, and you got the Pokeball on, open up, this side. That's the water one. If you were team grass, you had this one, and it has, see, it says the Pokemon on the bottom. And the same thing, it has the Splatoon logo on one side and the Pokemon logo on the other. And the last one is Fuecoco. Again, this is the front. This is the back. And again, the Pokeball is on the side. So those are all the official clothing. I do have two official plushies. There's this one. He's one of my favorites. Slowpoke and Slowbro. They were like my favorite for the one of my favorites for the first gen. I got Eevee. I kept on my bag until my bag broke. So Eevee needs a bath. Eevee needs a serious bath. But Eevee was being used on my bag. Let's get into the official Pokemon toys that were the Burger King toys. I'll probably have the camera downward while I'm talking about them in like picture form. And then we'll get into the official Amiibos. And then we'll get into the stuff I made. So here are the toys that I've gotten. Some of these are from McDonald's. 2 of them, I think. And I don't remember what the other ones are. My daughter bought me these 2 for stocking stuffer. I never opened them. I guess I should open them and make them, right? I don't know where I got this one from. But this was also a random Pokemon toy. And now here we get into the meat of the potatoes. These are the Burger King toys way back in the day. There are 6 of these. I opened 3 of them. And 3 of them are sealed, but the boxes, guys, you'll see in a second, the boxes are totally crushed. And, you know, it's okay. I mean, these survived like 3 moves. But the reason I didn't take out those is because they are sealed inside, even though the boxes are crushed. So yeah, these are all of those. And then we got these other Burger King toys. And while we're showing the Burger King toys, I will say that my mom, superhero when we were younger, she used to buy us all these Burger King toys. It's 3 of us, mind you. And then she would take us, if we got like repeats, they had these Pokemon trade days where you could trade up Pokemon. And she used to take us to those so that we could trade and get all the ones we were missing. So rockstar mom growing up for me. Each of these have like the set. I think I'm only missing one because I gave it away thinking I didn't want to keep this collection. I don't know which one I gave away. And I do have one separate from this set that I found as well. So I think that's, you'll see it right now coming up. And now here are my Amiibos. I got all of these Amiibos little by little. Obviously, I love the Amiibos. There's Lucario, there's Charmander. Everybody loves Charmander. Charmander is not my favorite. Blastoise is. We got Greninja here. And then, let's see, what other one we have? We got Jigglypuff. Oh my god, Jigglypuff is adorable. I wish they would have given Jigglypuff the marker in this one. Then you got the Mewtwo. I don't know why his head is so looking down. I'm like, I guess to look ominous. Then you got the Pichu. This one's still sealed and in the box, obviously. I'm gonna open all of these one of these days. But then you got Pokemon Trainer. I think this is red. To be fair, I'm not sure though. There's Ivysaur, and then we have Squirtle. Squirtle's adorable. I wish we had like little glasses that I could put on him. I might make some little glasses. Incineroar here, and I think the last Pokemon is Detective Pikachu. This one is huge, guys. Huge. You would have seen it earlier. It stands above all the rest. I think it's still by far the biggest Amiibo I have. Okay, now it's time to get to the things that I personally made. So we're gonna first go with some of the stuff that I got to learn how to make these things. They're all Pokemon related. Don't worry about that. The first thing is like this Pokemon crochet book. This is volume 1. And I've done a couple of patterns from here, and I'll tell you which ones I've done from the book. There are a few more I still kind of want to do. Like there's a Meowth here that I want to do. I did get volume 2, which I haven't done anything from yet. Not yet. Some of these are cute. Some of them I'm not probably gonna do, but there is a few in here that I want to do as well. I also got one of these for like crochet squares. I haven't used this book at all yet. These squares look huge, so I'll probably be, if I make like a pillow or something, because I don't suspect that I'll make a blanket. I do want to do this Pokeball pattern though. Maybe I'll make a Pokeball pattern bag or something. And then finally, I haven't done this at all either. It was on my wish list for when I learned how to cross stitch, but somebody bought it for me. And this is cross stitching. I don't know how to cross stitch, so I haven't made any cross stitch stuff yet. So those are all like the books that I use for crafting, right? Now, let me lower this. It looks like it got so high overnight. There we go. We'll lower that a little bit. Maybe that's too much. All right. One of the things the first thing I made was this Squirtle pattern. Yeah, it's still pretty bright. Baby Squirtle. I didn't do like the eyes or anything like the Squirtle. It's just a mini Squirtle. Hold on, I guess I'm gonna have to lower the light. No, that raised it. All right, let's hope that's better. The next one I made was like an Ivysaur pattern. And he's cute. I don't have the green for the leaves yet, so he's leafless, but he has the bud and the big flower petal. I have this Pikachu that I made as well. Pikachu looks cute. He has his electric tail. This is the male Pikachu. I'm gonna have to start tossing them on my bed because I have no space here. So just in case you didn't see the Squirtle. And these are things I personally made. All right, I'm just gonna grab whatever. They're not gonna be in any Pokemon order. The next thing I have here is this is a Voltorb. I love how it looks. It's nice and small. I started making them smaller because I was like, oh, the patterns I'm making are way too big. So there's that. I have a Magnemite that I made. Oh, there we go. He was squished a little, but he's fine now. Look at the baby Magnemite. I have, and this one I don't know that it looks as much as it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be Atkins, but I don't know. This one I'm not happy with, but it's done. The next one is one I'm pretty happy with, which is Jigglypuff. Look at how cute. I didn't have the right color for the eyes, so I just made a Jigglypuff with darker blue eyes because I didn't have any teal yarn. I also have made a Psyduck. Super cute. I've made a Voltorb. Super cute. Look at that Voltorb. Super cute, super angry looking. I made a Diglett. I ran out of this brown yarn. I was trying to make a Doug trio, but because I ran out of this yarn, I couldn't. The next one I made was a Magnemite or Magneton. I don't remember which is the top. One of these is the top. I think it's this one. Either way, this one's done as well. Let's see. I'm saving the best ones for last. I made a horsey. super cute. His neck is a little turned sideways, but other than that, he's cute. I gotta get his neck to turn a little bit better, but super cute. I made a mini Pokeball Master Ball. That's gonna be hard to find later on my bed. All right, and now these are the ones where I think I did such a great job. This one, Magikarp. Look at Magikarp, he's so good looking. I love it. He's from that book. So that's Magikarp. And then everybody knows this one is Ditto. Ditto's so cute. He came out amazing. The next plushie I have is this Weedle. Oh my god, does it look like the real thing? And it is size accurate too. I did the size because I was like, this looks like it would be the actual size of the Weedle, and it is very size accurate. So I thought it came out amazing. Look at how cute. Another one of my favorites is this Charmander. I love his tail. Love his tail. And then to go with my outfit, I made this Gengar. He's missing a couple of back spikes. Like, he should have like a couple more, but when he's placed in my room, he's placed on like a shelf unit. I'll probably have a picture of that later. He faces this way. Nobody sees his back spikes. I know he's not completely complete. I ran out of this color, so I'd have to pick up more of this color if I wanted to finish the last of his back spikes. I think, yeah, he's missing 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and then he's completely done. But I like how he looks. Look at his little finger beans and everything. One of my favorites. And the last one I made is a shiny Mew, because I wasn't sure if I could do this pattern, so I made it in blue because pink is my favorite color, and I was like, I'm gonna save the pink for if I can actually make it look cute. And I think I made it look adorable, and now I kind of want to make the pink version and get rid of this one. But well, I have a specialty Mew. Not a lot of people have a blue shiny Mew, so that's nice. All right, so those are all the Pokemon plushies I made. I made this shirt. This one's my own pattern. And on the back, move up a little so you can see, I have Ghastly. I made this beanie. I also made it reversible, so if we look at it, I made it into a love ball on this side and a master ball on the other side. I don't know if you can see it well. I sometimes leave it oops putting it on while you can't see the camera is not an ideal situation, but something like this. You guys get the picture. And then oh, I forgot one more thing. 1 second, guys. And I made this bucket hat, which you would have saw in the beginning of the video. This one is like my summer bucket hat. I want to make a pink one to wear for the summer, just like this one. So I like it a lot. I do get people bothering me and a little side stalking me when they find out I'm a Pokemon fan. So those are all the things I've made. I have plans to make more Pokemon plushies, but if you did see the big pile I had, I ran out of space to put them all. So there's like 2 more plushies I really want to make. I want to make a Meowth, and I think that's it. There was one, oh, and a Dragonite, of course, my favorite Pokemon. I want to make a Dragonite, but those are the 2 I want to make. But again, I have all these books to help me make more Pokemon if I want. So definitely something I do on a second channel. If you don't follow me there and you are into crafting as well, my crochet channel will be linked at the end, but it's always also linked in the description. I don't know what this is. I think these are from the McDonald's. Look, I got the. Let me see if I can pull this out without dropping the Amiibo. I got this when I went to pick up the Pokemon McDonald's thing. Never opened it, so I don't actually know what's inside. Let me see some more random merch. When I went to the Nintendo store to pick up my copy of, I think this was, yeah, Sword and Shield, they gave you a lanyard along with a button. Let's see, what else do I have? I got this one from the My Nintendo Rewards, and they were doing the Pokemon event on the Splatoon 3. Okay, so those were all my toys and all my collection. I have one more thing. This is the last thing, and that is a Monopoly set. This is unopened. My cousin gave me a while ago, but I couldn't bring myself to open it. Let me see what the figures are. I can't even tell what the figures are, but they have Monopoly money with Pokemon. I don't know if I'll ever open it, but this is the last thing in the collection. Thank you guys. I know it's been a long collection video. I have so much stuff. That's not gonna end well. But thank you guys. Let me know if your collections are this vast. If you have this much stuff, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for staying to the end. You are a real one. Put a red and white circle at the end so I know you stood to the end. Happy gaming, guys. Bye.